With the 737-600 this week, an exciting one to begin, more journeys for certain. Hope you've all been great, there's plenty to uncover this week from different parts of the sim. Ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure to see you all. A good way to begin summer with some exceptional paywares on the verge of being released. More to cover on the sober front, events to follow, freewares to experiment. Let's cover them all, and don't forget to subscribe as we bring you this every week. In the world of development, things are getting more interesting. With a number of people signed up for Sim Update 10 Beta, including myself, we've been fortunate to uncover a number of issues that could be ironed out before calling it a final code. Still in the making, there have been areas of regressions that needs attention. Areas like weather still appear to be on the priority list. Imagine this, with Meta integration, the weather aspect has been less dynamic and simpler, giving us a uniform level of weather where Meta doesn't offer cloud tops, rain intensity, or any of the related weather aspects to feel that immersion. An experimental phase to put it, there's still room for improvement in this aspect. Another exciting feature would be the multi-monitor support. During April this year, this was one of the questions asked to the team on the flexibility to adjust the field of view. Few of them have faced issues when it came to curved screens or ultra monitors. Now, having a field of view setting independent of the zoom can be a much better version. You never know what the final outcomes really are. The same manner, we ought to expect answers to some of our questions related to the console version. New cloud layering's impact on live weather, rendering, DirectX 12 optimizations and more. And with the plans of connecting with the team themselves on the 18th of this month, hopefully we get to hear in-depth details on what really has gone into Sim Update 10. Before we move to the marketplace section, what's one of those features you're looking forward to in Sim Update 10? Leave them in the comments below. The marketplace appears to be more competitive. With a good strategy planned by PMDG, a $35 priced add-on was a perfect move. By offering you what this team can really deliver with that price tag, what would that really mean? Of course, the 737-600 is no doubt a popular workhorse. Not something that's really been part of a major airliner today, yet makes up to a very small percentage of the 737 family. 16 years later, the fun still remains the same. The team have been loyal to the making of this bird. Design-wise, perfectly done in every aspect, right from 3D modeling, texturing, with straight-edged wings packed with a lot of details. Think about this, it's been decades since the team have been crafting several add-ons for different sims throughout the years. The joy behind the seat of a 737 and the reputation of PMDG still remains intact, producing high-quality complex products. Now talking airliners, let's look at the Fokker F-28 here. It's hard to keep track on the number of paywares the team of Just Flight have been working on. This would be another high-quality pairware in the making. The Fokker F-28 Fellowship, the exact approach on how it went with the BAE 146 Professional. Now this hasn't been a popular airliner when you compare the other ones. More than a year in the studios, with a number of projects on the pipeline, this could be determined as a side project. Of course, there's plenty of focus, but the commitment remains the same, to deliver us a premium product. The last time we came across some impressive screenshots on the cabin front. Looking at the cockpit this time, the old school instruments appear to be well aligned with an authentic feel. Not a shred of doubt on the artistic side of this. Think about it, the Arrow family, the BAE 146, the Hawk T1, pretty much all of them have that authentic feel with wear and tear. 4 variants are to be included from the 1000 series going all the way to 4000. More to follow on this one. From the team of Cockspur comes the next in-line business jet, the Cessna Citation Mustang. Planned to be a summer release, now we've been following this one from quite some time since May of this year. A good amount of support was offered to the team from real-world pilots with reference materials including flight profiles, POH and more. The plan is to recreate an authentic version of the Mustang for the sim, powered by G1000 avionics. Now the next sim update 10 would hopefully be the right timeline to bring in with a default working title implementation. The Honda Jet CJ4 mod are just a few. The sim needs business jets. With a handful of them, it's about time these types of aircraft begin to gain some traction. Airports, aircraft, mesh terrains, utilities matter. With the help of great teams, the sim can extensively develop to a large extent over time. Folks from different studios are working on how more immersive can they really get. Live weather, airport ground textures, birds, road traffic, airport vehicles, traffic insight are just a few to add. The same manner, FS traffic would be another add-on that's planned to be released soon, giving us an idea of the type of liveries, models across the world at different airports. Several features and aspects are in works from this team to offer us a utility where with a number of AI aircraft, liveries, and following schedules based on real-world commercial passenger flight schedules. Continuing on the aspect of creativity would be another airport at Switzerland. LSMC in short, the Old Richard Airport. Now this isn't just an airport, comes with a popular Glacier Express. A good start if you ask me. Now trains were another thing missing at the sim. With an animated Glacier Express while you taxi your aircraft, this can add to the experience. But at the same time, more add-ons can lead to frames per second issues, and hopefully we see a good balance here. The scenery offers the highest jet fighter airbase in Europe, 2 taxiways, aircraft shelters, aerial imagery that was used to recreate the scenery the way it was supposed to be. The airfield was built during World War II as a Redouet airbase for Swiss Air Force, later on extending the runway during 1960. Before we move to the events this week, let's do a shout out, shall we? Art G, Elliot Kazar, Little Jenny, Jigsaw 407, and Mike Coffee Audiophile Aviation. By the way, Mike, we have quite a lot in common, eh? From coffee to being an audiophile and aviation. A cool name for sure. Towards events, it's time to fly on a community fly-in Friday event with CD and his gang. Chile is the planned location. Not to forget, if you have the latest mesh terrain from Orbx, that is some experience. This is an open event that happens every Friday. So mark your calendars as the event is tomorrow, the 5th of August. Scales don't matter here. The goal is to have some fun, enjoy a good flight and connect with some cool people. Now to commemorate and celebrate the 12th anniversary of Copiapo mining incident where 33 miners were rescued after being stuck underground following a cave-in, this can make the event more interesting. If you join a Discord server, things can be a lot more easier, with the time, length of the flight plan, cruising speed, and few more details of the event. Towards Freewares this week. By the way, before we go to Freewares, it's a given that we remember studios who offer us sparewares. Let's give it to the studios who work tirelessly on Freewares and truly acknowledge their hard work to deliver these beautiful freewares. With the 737-600 release this week, there have been teams who've already worked on more than a dozen liveries. And big thanks to these folks who help us connect with our desired airline livery on our favorite aircraft. Now there are plenty to mention, but the whole point is to acknowledge, support and not to forget. Okay, moving on to freewares, let's look at a different type of freeware today. Called as Project Lifts, this one is a useful one if you love VFR flying. Mamu82 has produced this useful freeware. The goal here is to cover the world that features cable cars, gondolas, and chairlifts. There are variations in these models on different regions with the help of custom pylons, night illuminations, full PBR texturing. This makes it a useful one if you love to fly a heli or prefer VFR flying. So big thanks to the developer for this freeware. The sim is certainly growing in every way possible. We wouldn't be surprised on how more they can be involved in the future. Thanks for watching and do follow us by subscribing. It is and has always been a true pleasure. Until next time, take care and happy flying.